hope. Perhaps this word is not what it appears to be from the affinity of letters with each other, but rather it means a lot, and a lot is a heavenly expanse overlooking a more beautiful future that compels the person to continue and challenge, as it supplies him with energy and strength to reach what he wants, to overcome all obstacles without fatigue or boredom, and passes daily. Many people have many difficult and painful circumstances that make the matter more complicated until a person almost loses hope. But hope remains in our souls and our will to continue living life better than it is. Hope is a positive energy that God cultivates in us to strengthen and challenge obstacles, and we believe that God Almighty will give us all the good, sustenance, and giving that we wish for, and much more than that. Hope in God will never disappoint, and trust in God Almighty will produce results no matter how far they are. When people lose the likes of people, things, jobs, disease, poverty, or even other difficult circumstances that happen in daily life, they may cause a bad mood, disturb life for hours, and may extend for days and months. But if we look at life in a way real and more real, to discover that we are still alive and can do better, and that we are making a change, the occurrence of the problem with a specific person is sufficient evidence that this person has the sufficient ability to solve this problem and overcome it in record time. Because God Almighty does not carry a soul except for its value, so make sure that you always can and can do more and better, because God Almighty hides the best. Life gives us somewhat harsh lessons, but these lessons remain lifelong, in the hope of gaining experience and thinking logically and more calmly than we were, and no matter how great the reality of the problem is, the solution is before our eyes, but it needs some self-confidence and the hope that God Almighty guides us to the best and easiest solution with minimal losses. One of the greatest types of challenges is a disease, as it makes a person feel his great weakness, and we cite an example of this: cancer. May God bless us and you and all the patients from it. All medical studies have proven that it is one of the most effective drugs in the recovery from this disease. After God Almighty is the hope for recovery, the patient is given sufficient immunity to resist this disease. Hope in God is the lifeline that must be clung to by setting a goal towards our eyes and making an effort to reach it, and continue to set other new goals, without paying attention to obstacles and difficulties.